Welcome to Getting to Know God. This is the series where we are reading from the Children's Bible, and there are 365 stories for every single day this year. We are on day 123, and the story is called Danger Signal. It can be found in 1 Samuel verse 20. When David left Samuel, he doubled back to find his friend Jonathan. "What have I done wrong? Why is your father determined to kill me?" he asked bitterly. "I'm sure he won't really harm you," Jonathan protested. "Anyway, my father never does anything without telling me. I'll find out the truth." "How will you let me know?" David asked. They were walking in the fields where no spying eyes would see them. "Hide near here until I find out my father's feelings," Jonathan suggested. "I will come back as soon as I can. I will bring my bow and arrows to look like target practice. When I get close to this spot, I will shoot an arrow and call out to my servant to get it. If I shout out the arrow is right by you, it will mean that all is well. But if I call out the arrow is further on, you are sure that you are in danger and must flee for your life." The two friends parted. Jonathan felt sure that he would persuade his father that David was his royal servant. But when he talked to Saul, the king grew very angry. "How dare you take sides with David?" he stormed. "He shall die." "Why should he die?" Jonathan protested. "What has he done wrong?" Then Saul flew into a rage that he hurled his spear at Jonathan. Jonathan stormed out of the room in fury, but as his anger cooled, he felt heavy-hearted. He set off to the fields with his servant, just as they had planned, and he shot the arrow. He called out, "The arrow is further on." The boy scampered off to get it, and Jonathan sent the boy home. No one else was in sight, so David could safely come out of the open. The two friends knew that they must part. "One day God will make you king," Jonathan said. "When the day comes, please be loyal to me and my family. May we both be true friends forever, and may God be with you always." David could hardly speak for sadness, and he solemnly promised that he would always be loyal to Jonathan. Then Jonathan went back to the palace. David did not know where to go. He only knew that he must stay in hiding, away from home and friends. What do you think of that then? A signal. Signal is very important in every element of our lives. When we're driving, we have indicators to signal and tell people behind us and in front of us what we're planning to do. But there's a signal that I think is really important. As a parent, we should teach our children to have signals to us to let us know when they're feeling uncomfortable or when they're feeling scared. And it just may be a trigger word that would be used in a conversation which may not have much relevance. So, for example, crocodile. That might be the trigger word between you and your child that they were saying. The other day I was reading a book about a crocodile. Now, you probably know that's not true. However, that's an indication to you that your child is not feeling comfortable or feeling happy in this situation. And it helps you to know that's a time when you need to leave, get your child out of there, and then be able to help them unpack why they were feeling the way they were feeling. It's the same for young men and young women. As teenagers, they should have a signal between their friends, also between you and them, when they go out or when they're separated from you, so that you know exactly what's going on, and they can tell you without bringing attention to themselves that they want to be picked up. They're not happy wherever they may be. If they're staying at a friend's house, it's really important maybe just to have a conversation with them so that they have a trigger word. And that's the lesson that I get from this story, that we should have signals between us and our children, or between us and our husbands and partners, so that it is clear when we go to different situations, whether a gathering, a party, and we're feeling uncomfortable, but we don't feel comfortable enough to say that, there is a word or an action that tells the other person it's time for us to go. I hope this has been useful. God bless.